left and across. Michael McConnell as we tip off the Big Ten Women's Tournament Championship for the first time on CBS. The Target Center sold out. The second straight year that this event has been held in Minneapolis. The triple try from Nebraska, trying to look at it from the corner. Moriarty just off the mark. Interesting to see how Nebraska will open up defensively on Caitlin Clark. They held her to no points on that February 11th meeting in the fourth quarter.
They went into that box and won in that game, and I'm curious to see that as well. Iowa's worked on it since.
Jazz Shelley coming off a 30-point semifinal performance. They feed Markowski, who's got numbers, forced to kick it out. And there's the Big Ten Freshman of the Year, Natalie Potts, with her first attempt. Gabby Marshall, one of the experienced vets, knocks down her first look.
That's where Iowa can be so lethal when they're out in transition. They've got a lot of shooters that can knock it down while the defense is scrambling.
Cutting Potts, who can't get the lay-in, and Stuelke rips it away.
And that's what Nebraska's going to have to do. They're going to have to move a lot.
How about Marshall from the other corner? Not that time. Gabby Marshall, one of the 3 captains in her 5th year. All of those years played at Iowa. They got a 6th-year player in Kate Martin, a 5th-year player in Gabby Marshall, a 4th-year senior in Caitlin Clark. Around and around it falls to Natalie Potts, a heavy dose of the first few looks for Nebraska.
The Big Ten Freshman of the Year has really been doing it all season. They're going to have to get that interior look for her to get involved. A great possession there for Nebraska.
Potts has taken half of the first 4 shots for the Huskers, who come in 22-10. 11-7, Big Ten regular season record. Clark tried to push it through the double team, and a turnover for the Hawkeyes. And the Huskers are on the move. Moriarty off the glass for 2.
Well, that was one thing that Amy Williams told us. They want to try to do this one possession at a time, try to keep Iowa down in transition points, try to keep them down and out of bounds plays. So they're going to try to do that each possession. It's not just about stopping Caitlin Clark. So I like that she has that mindset.
Maybe a little bit of nerves here for both of these teams. Big stage, chasing a championship. One of the big stories for Iowa, Molly Davis injured herself on senior day to her right knee. Lisa Bluter has talked about how it's not season ending. Gets turned away, and it's a turnover here for the Huskers. Here comes Sydney Falter, taking it all the way. Tough layup to get on the left side.
Sydney Falter has been the huge surprise in this tournament. She has taken on a lot more responsibility. She has been terrific, doing all the dirty work. And you mentioned Molly Davis being out, and that's why she has stepped up.
And Markowski drawing the first foul. Alexis Markowski, about a 70% free throw shooter, one of the top rebounders in the conference, 2nd in the Big Ten this year. She sits on 39 career double-doubles. One more ties herself with some all-time Husker greats, Jordan Hooper, Kelsey Griffin. A Lincoln native, Markowski grew up watching the Huskers play. And takes the triple try, sinks it. Alexis Markowski, those shooting a career low this year, didn't look anything like that on that shot. Shot it with confidence.
And that big smile, and a lot of adrenaline is pumping through their veins right now.
Falter off the mark. And the rebound to Logan Nisley, one of the freshmen for Nebraska, inserted into the starting lineup. The Huskers are 6-1 with her in the starting lineup. Callan Hake, good pass, feeding the post. Kendall Coley getting some early time here in the first quarter. Here's Shelley. Jazz Shelley looking for her first points, taking her first shot. Oh, a rainbow one that looked beautiful, right straight through the net.
Reminiscent of yesterday in the left-hand corner at the other end of the floor in the second half. She's got some really pretty floaters up her sleeve.
And a reach-in foul. 6 of 12 from 3 in that semifinal game, Julianne. 30 points. She had 17 in the first half. Caitlin Clark, scoreless, still scoreless, has taken a couple of shots. Clark in and out, so tight rims for the Big Ten Player of the Year.
That's right there, too. Real close in and out.
The triple try falls for Hannah Stuelke.
Remember, these are the top 2 three-point shooting teams in the Big Ten right here.
Iowa fans, they've called it Carver North starting even last year. And this fan base, this arena, trying to get the Hawkeyes going, now trailing 13-5. A good start for Nebraska. Midway through the first quarter, a falter gets turned away to Marshall. Now 8 seconds here to shoot. Marshall, the hands off to Caitlin Clark, who fires, and again in and out. A falter, can't get it.
That's a really good defensive possession for Nebraska. They've slowed the tempo down a little, and they're getting what they want.
Credit Nebraska for the start. Credit Nebraska, really, for the regular season, for playing above expectations and playing to that three-point shot. It's another one and a 16-5 advantage.
Yeah, this Nebraska team was not even picked to finish in the top 5, so they have been tremendous.
Coley, a 42% three-point shooter.
Lisa, I can tell you that Coach Lisa Bluter really lit into her team during that last timeout, saying they have to be more aggressive in transition and let their defense create more offense. She especially pointed out boxing out, and that Alexis Markowski three-pointer off of the miss off of the free throw. She said boxing out is going to be key in this game, guys.
Yeah, that's key because she was wide open. That shot was too easy. And those extra possessions could come back to haunt them.
Shelley over to Coley. Hit the last three-pointer. Now it's Shelley's turn. The high-arcing shot. Nebraska is red hot. 4 of 6 from 3 to get out of the gates.
You've got to be there on the catch with Jazz Shelley. She's got a quick trigger.
Stuelke trying to maneuver herself for 2. And Stuelke, her first points of the Big Ten Championship.
And Hannah Stuelke has got to play with a sense of urgency and confidence here, just like that, for them to be successful.
Into the several-minute field goal drought for Iowa. Much needed. A falter at speed. A falter is just going to call her own number. Couldn't put the brakes on. An offensive foul call.
She has been so hot this whole tournament.
Shelley again. That time is another thing. Markowski, though, one of the best rebounders in the country with the offensive putback.
And she told us yesterday when she sat down with us, I knew coming to Nebraska that for me to get minutes, I'd have to rebound.
There's Caitlin Clark's first points. Took her 7 shots to do it. And inside about 3 minutes of the first quarter. Remember, she was scoreless the entire fourth quarter against Nebraska in the last meeting. So over a quarter and a half where she hadn't scored against the Huskers. But Clark can do that, too. The long outlet pass. Leading the Big Ten in scoring and assists again this year for the 4th straight season. Count the bucket for Stuelke. And Iowa starting to make a charge. Boy, with that reaction, you wouldn't guess that she's a little bit shy. She's got the sweet voice, and Lisa Bluter, this coaching staff, has worked diligently on her confidence, and you have seen it in more this year than even last year.
She's got the goods. She has to know it.
Definitely has that. Now defending Markowski, fades away off the 1 foot, the rebound to Clark. Caitlin Clark across the timeline, feeding Gabby Marshall. Clark looking for some space, knocks the defender down. Now 0 for 6 from three-point territory to open up.
But again, Nebraska keeping it in the half-court game, controlling this pace. This is a 2-3 zone Iowa's switching into here.
Crawl works it around Shelley. And she had 6 of those in the semifinals. Gets another look. Left wing that time. That's short. 3 opportunities for Nebraska on this possession. Potts leaning in. Markowski with another offensive rebound. They almost got 4 looks.
To see all the big games.
And again, honored to bring you the Big Ten Tournament Championship. for the first time on CBS, 21-14. Just about 60 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Boy, they are hawking Caitlin Clark over to McCabe. Gets a wide open look. Clark with the assist.
And that's Clark had the poise there to maintain her dribble and her poise, and she kicked it out to her shooter. A lot of players around her that can shoot. This is an 8-0 run here.
Potts moving it around. Here's Cole to the corner. Moriarty. Markowski turns over that left shoulder for two.
She's been a double-double machine throughout this season, and when she catches it deep in the lane, it's really difficult to stop her.
Mentioned she's got 39 in her career, 18 for the season. 2 of the 3 games for Nebraska and Markowski have resulted in double-doubles. The final few seconds, Clark with about a second difference between game and shot clock. Shelley defending. Looking to get it right back. Here comes Clark mid-range, kicks it out. Kate Martin, those two are buddies. Martin can't get it. And the final few seconds as Kroll will dribble it out.
A lot of talent on this Cornhuskers roster, and they've been playing together a while.
Shelley opens up the second quarter, defending Caitlin Clark. Just 2 points for Clark coming out of that first quarter. And 1 for 7 shooting from the field.
And you can see Shelley is kind of lingering over by her, and they were sending a double team. They're switching things up quite a bit against Clark to make it pretty difficult for her to read what they're doing. And that's something we knew Amy Williams would do. They don't want her to get comfortable with one certain defender on her.
The offensive foul on Stuelke, her first, gives the ball right back to Nebraska. The three-pointer's not there. Nebraska shot 41% from 3 in the first quarter. And you talk about Caitlin Clark and the defense, it's always, how are you going to do it? That's the biggest question. And so far, Nebraska making it tough for her this afternoon.
Hold Caitlin below to what she averages, hold the team below to what they average.
Stuelke, we know that she can put up some points. Had a 47-point game against Penn State in the regular season. She might have to have another big one for Iowa today. And Stuelke taps it away, but the ball is loose into the hands of Stuelke.
Good hands by Stuelke and Iowa's defense here.
Clark whips the pass to Stuelke. Tough angle for her.
A nice job by Markowski getting back and not fouling there. She got in some foul trouble yesterday.
Potts leading in against Stuelke. And Natalie Potts, a good start, 4 points.
And she knows how to play. She can score. A 2-time Missouri Max Prep High School Player of the Year, who's had a terrific freshman season.
Averages 10 and about 5.5 rebounds per game. Clark moves it over. A falter. Trying to feed inside to Kate Martin.
Recovering her, throwing some length and some speed at her.
Stuelke too strong off the glass. We've seen Josh Shelley defending Clark. We've seen Moriarty defending Clark. Potts gets the double team. Potts just muscling her way in for 2.
What a play by Potts, 2 in a row, down low, and that's what Coach Williams was talking about to A.J. Ross at the break, trying to get it inside, and that's where they found success here.
Clark again forced to give it up to a falter. Her teammates are responding. A falter's first 3-point attempt and make.
There's that skip pass I love.
Potts again. Last 3 times they've gone to the freshman's way. Clark with the crossover. Marshall's turn.
And now you might be seeing some tired legs. I mean, both teams will keep an eye on that in terms of the 3-pointers.
Off balance look for Hake. Callan Hake, Minnesota native.
What a play.
It's getting physical. It'll be Nebraska basketball. Kate Martin is looking for a call, won't get it.
They're letting him play.
Well, old school basketball, and I'm here for it. As long as they let him play both sides.
Exactly. You have to gauge how the refs are calling it. Yesterday they were calling a little bit more.
Coley for 3. Already has one of those in the first quarter. And Martin now bringing it across. Caitlin Clark off ball. Feeds the post and off the glass. Another bucket for Iowa. Clark is becoming the distributor now as Allison O'Grady has her first two.
Well, Lisa Bluter has told us over and over they're at their best when multiple people touch the ball. As Jazz Shelley knocks another one down.
Clark is over for three. Still over. 0 for 7. But a falter gives them another chance. Really good at taking care of the basketball. Actually, first in this Big Ten tournament in terms of assists to turnovers coming into today. 13 assists, just 2 turnovers. Also shooting the best 3-point field goal percentage of the Big Ten tournament through 2 games coming into today. And she just sinks her second free throw. 9 points for a falter. Doing some scoring and some heavy lifting for the Hawkeyes. Clark's got 6 assists.
Iowa's been in this 2-3 zone, like a matchup zone.
The ball movement swinging over the open look to Nisley, who can't convert. Been in and out since February of the lineup. Clark coming over to get it. All she needs is just a sliver of daylight to pull the trigger. That double team coming. She finds the falter, gets blocked twice by Coley.
I thought there might have been body on the second block there.
Clark's got 6 assists. Will penetrate that time. Her second field goal, 2 of 10 shooting.
And that's how you get your confidence going. Get to the rim.
Crowd's on its feet. The block. That'll get this place going. O'Grady providing a little bit of defensive punch. Looking for a seam in the zone. Quick hands by Coley, forces a turnover. To Nisley, 4-3, knocks it down.
That's what turnovers in this tournament will kill you. That's a live ball turnover. Great job by Nebraska staying with it. And Iowa fell asleep there.
Caitlin Clark comes straight away. That's short. So an 0 for 8 shooting start from 3-point territory.
She's getting the looks.
She can turn a game quickly. We know that Markowski, that shot off the 1 foot. It'll be Iowa basketball. Still plenty of game time left.
Well, they were up 17 going into that 4th quarter of the game, and then suddenly Nebraska held her scoreless, so she has a little bit of a chip on her shoulder.
No, she understands pressure the way that she performs.
I know. She is so confident.
Here she is, Clark inside, in amongst the trees, looking for a call, won't get it. Last time Nebraska sat in the title game, they won it, and it was against Iowa, 2014. The only Big Ten tournament title. Iowa looking for the 3-peat with a win here today.
Nice slip by Stuelke.
Boy, Stuelke's tough.
That was terrific, just reading the screen and slipping it.
Markowski, the quick kick out. Hake, 3-pointer falls, and it's the 6th 3-point make for the Huskers.
The Huskers have had an answer every time. They get the ball up the floor pretty quickly, and they're getting their looks from that way.
They've shot 40% from 3 for the Big Ten tournament in the 3 games coming into today. They're at 40%. A falter penetrating. Tough shot to get. Again, they're going to let him play. Hake dribbling across the Potts. Markowski, tough angle. Potts. Offensive rebounding has been big for Nebraska.
It's been huge. They're getting 2nd and 3rd chances, sometimes 4th chances in one possession. That has been huge for Nebraska. What I've liked about Nebraska is their ability to go inside and out. It has not been just settle for 3.
Step back look for Clark. Still trying to hunt down that first 3-point make. Now 0 for 9 from 3.
You see her frustration. She's grabbing her head. She's frustrated right now.
Just 4 points for Caitlin Clark here in this first half. Jazz Shelley, 7 points in the first half, feeding Markowski. The two teammates, two friends now. Potts with the offensive rebound putback. Some free throws coming. This is where shooter at the free throw line and knocks down the first. A reminder coming up on AT&T at the half. Adam Zucker, Clark Kellogg, Seth Davis, Renee Montgomery. We got a full house. Break down our first half and bring you highlights of the first team to punch their ticket to the big dance. Double-digit advantage for the Huskers thanks to a 7-0 run. And the first possession without Caitlin Clark, and the Hawkeyes turn it over. Potts trying to retain possession. Shovel pass to Shelley. Penetrating right side. And turns it over, steps on the baseline. In the first 3 games, her teammates say that's okay. We've never seen a tired Jazz Shelley.
I don't think she came out yesterday. I think she played the full 40. I mean, this whole tournament has been crazy. And she is making contested shots.
See how Iowa does on this possession without Caitlin Clark. Stuelke spins, looking for it. Markowski makes it tough.
But again, who's there? Potts. She's finding the ability to pull boards down.
Markowski calling for it. Surveying her options, looking for the repost. She's demanding it, gets it. See what she can do with it. Well off the mark, and Potts once again finding her way for another offensive rebound. With 3 offensive rebounds for Natalie Potts. And she's earning herself some free throw attempts. You look at the 2024 Big Ten Freshman of the Year. And she had well more Freshman of the Week awards than anyone else. The next one up was like 3 awards. So she had firmly planted herself as the best freshman in the conference this year.
She's got good size and versatility.
Stuelke getting tripped. Shelley defending Clark. The bottom of your screen. And Stuelke gets bumped. Going to find Annika Stewart with her second personal. Check that, it'll be Potts with her first, so Natalie Potts commits her first personal. Clark again taking it out for the baseline. To a cutting Stuelke, left side. Hannah Stuelke with 11 points now, the first Iowa player to double figures.
That's a great possession, though, from Stuelke. She's reading the defense well and curling into the lane.
And a 3-second violation by the Huskers. And look at the emotion for Iowa. Here's Clark. Shelley defending. Pass deflected. Clark turns it over on the push. And Hake took a couple more steps without the dribble. Hake had gotten more playing time due to early injuries in this season to Allison Widener, Maddie Cole. And now in regular rotation, gets about 18 minutes per game for Nebraska. Final few seconds of the half, Clark. 4 points in the half, her 8 assists, 0 for 9 from 3. That double team coming. Splits the difference. Stuelke with the quick pass to the corner. Gabby Marshall rings it up.
What a play to end the half. Great ball movement and patience.
And Clark with the hockey assist on that play. Stuelke with the direct assist. Oh, what a rainbow shot! Jazz Shelley. Just 4 points here today in the championship. Iowa has only trailed at the half twice this season. And today matches the largest halftime deficit by 11. They lost that game to Indiana earlier this year. Potts gets the first look of the second half, and it's Kate Martin clearing. What can Caitlin Clark do here to open up the third quarter? 2 for 13 from the field. She steps it back from about 15 out. looking to find her rhythm. She's got 6 points now in the championship.
That is a good thing to look for your mid-range shot like that. Look to penetrate to the basket, get your confidence up, get to the free throw line. We haven't seen a lot of free throw shots here today.
Jazz Shelley, 15 three-point makes in the Big Ten tournament, whips the pass over to Potts. Off balance, gets it off glass.
Potts has been just tremendous here with her effort, her length, and ability to finish down low.
Look at how tight Potts is defending Kate Martin, so shovel pass to Stuelke. Good decision by Martin, good finish by Stuelke.
Yeah, you come on up on me that close, I'm gonna blow by you. Martin did the right thing, read it well, and got to the hole.
Already it feels a little bit different here for Iowa. Clark coming from behind.
See, that's what Iowa does when they do it well. They defend and at least offense.
Clark steps it back. Three-pointer number 1.
And just like that, 6-point game.
To shoot. A new Big Ten tournament three-point record by Jazz Shelley. She's tallied 16 of those this year.
We've seen so far in the second half, but she emphasized boxing out. Nebraska had 11 second chance points and 26 total rebounds, guys.
Clark off the mark, thank you, AJ. And Natalie Potts had 3 offensive rebounds just by herself in the first half.
And that was really helping Nebraska along. They got so many extra possessions on the glass. It seems to be okay.
Shelley bringing it across, breaking Kelly Mazzanti's record from Penn State. The most threes in a single tournament.
That was a good response from Shelley and Nebraska after this crowd was going pretty hype.
Shelley again, a deep shot, misses everything.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Yet, and the game is tied.
And 6 rebounds, 2 by the way.
Forgot that stat.
Markowski turns and faces. Kicks it out, 12 to shoot. Cross-court pass. Potts gets a look and takes advantage.
And the one thing Nebraska's done well, too, is they've stayed poised, too.
Don't blink, Iowa's going to get you. One of the reasons they average about 93 points per game. Stuelke with another bucket. 93 points per game in the regular season. They're actually averaging about 95 in the Big Ten tournament as Stuelke rips it down.
And obviously far below their average here, and that's what Coach Williams said she wanted to do.
Clark, right side. She's found success with that right dribble drive here today. And oh, by the way, another double-double for her today with 10 assists and 18 points.
She finds a way, even if she's not hot from distance.
Markowski with the back down, turns left shoulder, draws the foul against Stuelke. When Iowa plays, Markowski makes the first free throw. 18 assists, Markowski's parents in attendance.
Yeah, I mean, last night, 30 assists on 38 made baskets for the Hawkeyes.
Lisa Bluter has always been one to celebrate the pass as well as the basket. Almost more, they celebrate the assist over the basket. Markowski's parents look really relaxed, don't they?
They do. They're enjoying this one.
I say that really tongue-in-cheek.
I don't know, yeah.
Most mom and dad sitting on the edge of their seat.
Slight tense. Something is slightly on the line here. And their daughter is playing well.
13 points, 11 rebounds from Markowski, her 40th career double-double. 11 turnovers for Iowa to 9 turnovers for Nebraska. Trying to drive, baseline gets turned. And Potts can't get it that time. Markowski, though, another offensive rebound.
Great job tracking it down.
And a reach-in foul. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes it definitely doesn't.
2 team fouls here for Iowa. Remember, in the women's game, you get to 5, then you get 2 free throws. The rest of the time through. Missed, three-pointer by Nisley. Salter playing with 3 personal fouls, brings it across, kicks it out. Gabby Marshall for 3, not there. On the deck, we got all kinds of players. It'll be a jump ball. It'll stay here. Ohio State lost. Michigan State, the number 4 seed, lost in the quarters. These are the 2 teams who have survived. The 2 and the 5. Clark from straight away.
The way she creates space for herself with that dribble.
A big second half for Caitlin Clark. You knew she would respond. The odds were pointing in her favor. Coach in her youth days. Mom, 2 brothers in attendance. Here's Clark again. Almost same spot. Not the same result that time. The tip out. It'll be Nebraska basketball.
That's right on target, just a little short, trying to find the legs.
What kind of chapter can Caitlin Clark close on her final Big Ten tournament?
You know, she told us she wasn't even thinking about it being her last rodeo, but we all have been.
10 threes for Nebraska, 8 threes for Iowa. Hawks with a 2-point edge. Shelley over the head pass. And Iowa forces the turnover. Too tough of a pass for Nestle to get to. Stuelke, good position, but couldn't decide what she wanted to do with it. A traveling call. Coming down the stretch here in Minneapolis. And Stuelke hits the deck. Offensive foul call. And Coley, she's done. Now Coley will have to watch the remaining 6-10 from the bench. Clark using that screen, trying to veer up, shovel pass to Stuelke, and a wide open look in the corner, not there. And another whistle from away from the basketball. That one going against Stuelke. 19 points, 3 fouls for Stuelke. Catch, shoots, fires, hits. It's another 3-pointer for Nebraska and Hake.
And Hake's really been terrific throughout this tournament, making the right decisions, knows when to shoot, when to drive.
Five and a half left. Clark tried to split the defense, turns it over. Iowa had trailed by as many as 13 in the first half. Markowski takes the pass, a triple team coming. Gets it out to Nestle. Frees it up with this Nebraska offense. Shots like that.
And that's what you like about Alexis Markowski. She draws all that attention in the paint, and it opens up the floor for her shooters around her.
A back cut and a foul committed by Shelley. That's her second. As much for as much distribution in the third and so far the fourth quarter, but coming out of the timeout, he gets it right back. Inside 5 minutes left to play for a championship. Clark leaves it short, gives it right back. And Stuelke, how'd she find it? That was a great pass.
Terrific hustle. That's just that chemistry between them, knowing where each other are on the floor, and the extra hustle from Stuelke.
Ends in a Nebraska 6-0 scoring run. It's the Huskers' turn. Up by 2, Markowski high off the glass and rattles it home. She's got 15.
And she's continued to plug away in the paint, and Iowa's actually been pretty good in the paint as well here today.
Clark gives it up. It's a wing look. A falter. Too strong. Third meeting of the season between these 2 teams. Each of them got a win at home. Nebraska with the latest on February 11th, beating Iowa 82-79.
And this is that gut check time, Lisa, when you start to feel it.
Markowski gets a look, twists her body in for 2.
What a play, what a just terrific 2-person game right there.
Marshall, good pump fake, mid-range jump shot, can't get the bounce.
And Nebraska, see, they're slowing it down. They want the tempo in their favor, which is to slow it down.
Clark going for the steal, breaks up the pass, but Hague stays with it. Markowski tied up, and she walked with it. There's a turnover.
That's where Potts was open on the right-hand side.
Inside 3 minutes, Clark pump fake. Will take the dribble penetration. Offensive foul call. 3 on Clark. 3 timeouts left for both Nebraska and Iowa. Crucial. The game is tied and inside 3 minutes left to play. So one of these teams is going to come home with a Big Ten tournament title. Nebraska looking for its first since beating Iowa in 2014, and Iowa looking for the repeat. It was in the final 2 minutes and 38 seconds.
They're just a little bit late on the hedge on the double team there for Stuelke.
Stuelke with 4. Coley's already fouled out. Markowski, Nisley for Nebraska playing with 3. Falter, Clark, and Marshall all trying to navigate things with 3 personal fouls. Nebraska turns it over, and on a 12-2 run. Open look, Hake, in and out. A Falter coming down with a big rebound here for Iowa. Hawkeyes are running out of time.
And they need to play with a sense of urgency here, and they need a bucket.
So they go Clark's way. She can deliver. Time and time again. Caitlin Clark just 2 points in both the first and the third quarter. You see her tally now, she's at 26 points. She had 12 in the third, and she's working on a 10-point fourth quarter. Nebraska trying to hang on to this 5-point lead. They go Markowski's way, misses everything.
And they're going to want to go to Markowski with Stuelke in foul trouble.
Clark to Stuelke. Fast break points here for Iowa, and it cuts the lead to 3.
And you see Lisa Bluder over there. She wants them to get running, and that's where they get their energy. They've got to defend to do that.
Jazz Shelley feeding Markowski. Pocket pass, beautifully done by the Huskers.
That's all day, because you know Stuelke's not going to want to foul, so they've got to keep getting it in to Markowski.
It's Caitlin Clark time. Crossover, hesitation, ball fake, kicks it to the corner. Kate Martin with a big three-pointer. Cuts the lead to 2. Crowd on its feet for the final few seconds of this championship. Markowski with the touch, facing the double team, out to Nisley. And we head back the other way, a foul on Nebraska. Iowa trailing by 2. Clark crosses it over against Shelley. Shoulder shake, Clark all the way left side. We're tied up at 77. Tied at 77. We'll see what Nebraska draws up coming out of the timeout. Shelley has it.
You got to try to take the last shot here, obviously.
Shot clock's not in play. Final few seconds, 14 in the game. 11 in the game, Shelley. And Nebraska will call a timeout. Here's Hake. 6 left in this championship game. Jazz Shelley. Over to Nisley, who fires it short. We got extra basketball in the Big Ten Tournament Championship.
Emphasizing all the second half runs.
Longest tenured Big Ten coach, Lisa Bluder, has won 4 Big Ten tournament titles, a couple of regular season titles, feeding Clark on the first possession of OT. Spins away from trouble. Martin bounce pass to Stuelke. That's Iowa basketball at its finest.
Yeah, you get this sense that Iowa's got this momentum here. They got that stop at the end of regulation. And then the quick bucket here.
They averaged 22 assists. That was their 23rd of the game. Stuelke rips it down. Clark behind the back. And so reset. Crossover move. Takes it all the way, leaves it short, battling for her miss.
What hustle right there to keep the possession, where every single possession is highly coveted.
Fulter gets the screen. Kick out corner, look for Kate Martin. Kate Martin, the 6th-year player, all of them at Iowa, trying to will this team to a title.
The 38% three-point shooter, not afraid of the big stage.
10-0 run and 2 and counting for the Hawks. Markowski leaning in, left shoulder off the glass. Markowski with a 21-point game.
Markowski's had responses, and Nebraska's never gotten rattled.
Backdoor look, what a pass. Kate Martin chasing it down. A Fulter. Back to Stuelke. A good defensive stop for the Huskers. Potts. Good body control for 2. And Potts has a 21-point game to match Markowski.
Yeah, really nice job getting it inside for Nebraska the last 2 possessions here.
Gabby Marshall passes it up. Clark can't convert. A Fulter. And we got a jump ball. It'll be Nebraska basketball. Markowski gets the ball from Stuelke, kicks it out. A look from the freshman Logan Nisley. Stone cold with that 3-point look.
Yeah, I'm glad she shot that with confidence. She missed the other one near the end of the 4th there, but she wasn't afraid to pull the trigger when she got the opportunity right there.
Huskers on a 7-0 run.
You gotta love it, right? 20 time here.
13 lead changes. The largest lead has been 13 in the first half. Martin rattles it around. A couple of big buckets for Kate Martin.
Now, how do you leave her that open? I mean, there was no one within 5 feet of her. She's knocked down 2 threes.
Inside 2 to play. Hake, right side. O'Grady comes on with it. Caitlin Clark in no rush. Pass deflected off the hands of Nisley. Iowa to take it out from the sideline. Years playing at Iowa, grew up as a Hawkeye fan, went to Lisa Bluter camps. And in her final Big Ten tournament, trying to win a championship. 6 to shoot. Clark between the legs, crossover, reaching foul by Potts.
You know, do a good job controlling the pace, which I thought they did a good job controlling the pace a lot of this game. Just enough to hold the whole team under their about 10 below their average. Now they're nearing their average here, almost to 90.
Potts' 4th personal puts Caitlin Clark at the free throw line, splits the pair. And so trying to preserve Stuelke. We will see the substitution, O'Grady for Stuelke. Under Stuelke playing with the 4 personal fouls. She will take a seat here defensively. Nisley had the big 3-pointer from the left wing. She's got a big 3-pointer from the right wing and gives Nebraska the lead, 87 to 86.
Wow, the freshman coming up huge.
Clark looking for it, steps it back. It's a 3 on the way. It's another 3 for Caitlin Clark. And Iowa leads 89 to 87. Injured herself in the final game of the regular season of her senior day.
And they hope to have her back.
Turnover by Nebraska. Caitlin Clark intercepts it. Final few seconds. Nebraska forced to stop the clock. 37 ticks left.
Oh yeah, big time. It's been incredible. unbelievable.
Nebraska with a chance to respond, though. 37 seconds. Blocked by Gabby Marshall. Oh, the seniors. It's the seniors for the Hawkeyes. Willing this team to a championship. To Stuelke. And Stuelke will head to the free throw line. Stuelke to the free throw line. And Hannah Stuelke's first free throw miss of the Big Ten tournament. She was a perfect 9 for 9 going into that shot. And she misses them both. Hay comes over. Nebraska trailing 91-87. They feed the post. Markowski, just a bucket to get, and she'll deliver 23 points.
Yeah, you can feed the two and then do it the old-fashioned way. Foul again. Make Iowa earn it at the line.
Kate Martin, though, splitting the difference. Precious seconds ticking off for Nebraska. Touches every part of the rim. Now available on CBSSports.com and the CBS Sports app. We'll get you to the game once this one is complete. Big offensive rebound by Stuelke. Sometimes it's not the points, it's when the rebounds come and the possessions come, and Stuelke with an important one there for the Hawkeyes.
But Stuelke gets a chance to redeem herself here.
Yeah. Talk about drama. Big free throws after missing her last two. She knocks down those two.
And she played big today.
Time running out for Nebraska. Here's Shelley. Marshall with a deflected pass.
She's been all over the floor. Wow.
Iowa can smell it. Clark intercepts. Clark with the ball in her hands. The three-peat is complete for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Back to back to back.
What a performance, Lisa. This Hawkeyes team just wanted it a little more at the end. And their seniors came up huge.